Arsenal have been an absolute shamble as of late. After an atrocious start to the Premier League season, the Gunners decided to sack Unai Emery. Emery was expected to lead the next generation of Arsenal, but the Spaniard just couldn't make things work in North London. Now, at the time of recording, they are currently managerless, with club legend Freddie Ljungberg taking the reins of caretaker manager. Mr. Rebuild is going to throw his hand up though. Consider this video my audition to get the job permanently. Today, we are rebuilding Arsenal. G'day guys, how's it going? Or should I say good evening, how's it going? That meme is definitely dead, but we are headed to the English Premier League here once again, taking over Arsenal. You guys have been spamming me on my Twitter, on my Instagram, in the comments section ever since Emery got the sack, and today we're going to rebuild the Gunners. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild and you're enjoying rebuildness so far, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you are new around here, bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are posting daily in December and are on the push for 300,000 subscribers, so help me reach that target, please. If you have not had the pleasure of seeing a rebuild video in the past, here are the rules. So the main objective is to win the UEFA Champions League. Every game in the rebuild is simulated except for the Champions League final. The transfers can be as unrealistic or realistic as we like. There's a big focus on the transfer window. And finally, of course, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. There's the rules, let's get into the rebuild. So this is what our starting lineup is looking like. It's not a terrible side, there's definitely work to do. My number one priority this season is bringing in a top quality, a world-class left midfielder slash left winger to come in there and really round out the starting 11. Then upgrades to the defense is necessary. A few older players here in the squad that could get sold on, but let's go and see what we can do in season number 1 with the Gunners. Leroy Sané, he's coming here to Arsenal. Been a tumultuous bit of rocky time at Man City as of recent times. He's been rumoured with a move away to Bayern Munich, but we're bringing him down to North London. Welcome to Arsenal, £70 million. It's a decent fee in my opinion. And we have sent Mesut Özil the other way. He's headed to the Etihad, headed to Manchester City for £26.9 million. And then an automatic update and upgrade to the backline. We have signed Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen, £28.8 million. Another German into the club. We're only dealing in Germans. I feel like there's a rule that we're only allowed to trade with Man City in this rebuild, but we've signed another centre-back. It is John Stones. He is coming from Manchester City for £38 million. So our backline now, our two centre-backs, revolutionised. Stones and Tah in there, Sané on the left wing. We've done some good business already. At this point, it feels like I'm doing it for a laugh, but we've sold another player to Manchester City. It is Socrates, headed up to the Etihad for £18.6 million. Granit Xhaka has departed the club here. He's had a falling out with Arsenal fans in recent weeks, but we have decided to move on with him. The Swiss midfielder headed to Manchester United for £30 million. And we have signed Granit Xhaka's replacement. It is going to be Wilfred Ndidi joining us here. The Nigerian signs on from Leicester City for the transfer fee of £31.7 million. So, we've done some of the business that Arsenal fans have been crying out for. Sané, Tah, Stones and Ndidi all into the club. Özil, Socrates and Granit Xhaka all out of the club. Our starting 11 now much stronger. We aren't in the Champions League for this first season, so I'll see you guys on the 1st of January. So on the 1st of January, we find ourselves in 4th position. For me, this season, we need to finish in the top 4. I want Champions League football in Season 2. I want an opportunity to win the Champions League in Season 2. Right now, we are 7 points behind first place Tottenham. Don't want them to win it, our North London rivals. City and Liverpool 4 points ahead of us, whilst Man United are 4 points behind us. So we need to convert those draws into wins, definitely. But it's not too bad of a start to the season. We have loaned out Emile Smith-Rowe to Fulham on a 1-year loan, get him a good opportunity to grow, get some game time, and turn him into an asset for us moving forward. So besides that Smith-Rowe loaning out deal, we haven't been able to do anything else here. I was trying to get some business to happen. I was trying to sell a few players, but there was no deals going through. A lot of negotiations breaking down, which is frustrating, but that's life, I guess. We're going to crack on down to the end of the season and see if a top 4 spot is secured for Season 2. We finish in Arsenal's favourite position, and that is 4th position. We qualify for the Champions League next season. 86 points isn't too bad of a season, but it's a shame because Tottenham, City and Liverpool have all had insane seasons, with Tottenham winning the Premier League on goal difference. And as we scroll down the table, the relegated sides are Norwich City, Sheffield United and Bournemouth. Liverpool did take down Manchester City to win the FA Cup. Manchester City took down Tottenham to win the Carabao Cup. Real Madrid took down Man City to win the Champions League in this first season. And Borussia Dortmund beat Man United on penalties to win the Europa League, which is good because Man United finished behind us, so that helps us qualify for next season's Champions League. But we won our group. In the round of 32, I went past it, round of 32, we beat Shakhtar Donetsk 6-2. Round of 16, we beat Sporting 6-1. Quarterfinals, we beat Roma 3-2. We lost to Man United in the semi-finals of the Champions League, which is frustrating. So, a respectable start to life in charge of Arsenal. Not a perfect start, but by no means a bad start. We've just got to build on the foundations now in Season 2 and have a good crack at the Champions League. Season number 2 begins with the acquisition of Marcus Rashford here. £64.5 million for the Englishman. That is absolutely brilliant. We've actually signed him from Valencia, not Man United. He went to Valencia last season, did 1 year in Spain, and now has come back to the Premier League. Welcome to Arsenal, Marcus Rashford. A new left back here. Kieran Tierney is the long-term prospect for Arsenal. He's the long-term solution for Arsenal as well, I feel like. But if we want to have a serious shot at the Champions League here in Season 2, we've gone ahead and got somebody that's ready for it now. It is Nicolas Tagliafico. We've signed the Argentinian left back from Ajax. £33.8 million for him. We have sold Mohamed El Neni to Wolverhampton here, the Egyptian midfielder departing the club for £10.4 million. Another player departing the club here, and this time it is Kolasinac, the Bosnian defender, is joining Granit Xhaka at Old Trafford, signing for Man United for £17.3 million. 2 more departures here, both defensive. David Luiz headed back to Chelsea for the 3rd time. We've sold him for £8.7 million. And as you can see, Callum Chambers, also leaving the club, headed to another London side, off to West Ham United for £8.9 million. An insane upgrade here. Jan Oblak is going to sign for us from Atletico Madrid. £105 million spent on the Slovenian goalkeeper, 92 rated. Whilst Leno's decent, there's no denying that Oblak is a different level. This guy is a massive upgrade, and we've managed to get quite a decent price here for Bernd Leno. £46.1 million to see him headed to the Olympic Stadium, signing for West Ham United. Again, a decent player, could have stayed, but the money is way too good, and we've got such a big upgrade now in Oblak. You can't say no. Henrik Mkhitaryan as well departing the club. The Armenian, we've sold him maybe a little bit less than he's worth, but still, it's decent money. £9.7 million to send him to Wolves. And another upgrade to the side here. I honestly didn't think I'd be able to do this much business in this window, but thankfully we've sold players for good prices, and we've managed to sign João Cancelo from Manchester City, £54.8 million. It's expensive, but he is a massive pickup. 85 rated. He's an end game sort of player. Again, so busy in this transfer window. I didn't expect to be this busy. We've brought in Rashford, we've brought in Tagliafico, Oblak, Cancelo, and we've sold El Neni, Kolasinac, Chambers, David Luiz, Leno. I'm losing my voice describing it all. What a window. What a side we've put together in such a short amount of time. I'm very, very excited to see what we can do this season. Now let's go check out our group for the Champions League this season. We've actually got a pretty tough group this season. Obviously the standouts would be ourselves and Juventus, but Ajax, we know what issues they can cause in the Champions League. We've seen it in the past few years, and that actually makes me happier that I bought Tagliafico. We've stolen a big asset from them. But anyways, let's go and see how we go in this group. Are we into the knockout rounds? I mean, if we consider ourselves contenders, I certainly hope we get into the knockout rounds. There we go. Second in the group, 13 points, a pretty respectable run there. Ourselves and Juventus flying out of the group stages into the knockout rounds. But it's always worrying when you finish second because you think, what are you going to finish? Like, who are you going to get drawn up against? You generally get drawn up against the much tougher sides. So, in the round of 16, we're versing Borussia Dortmund. I would say a tough side, but not the toughest out there. A side that I think we could and probably should be getting past. Fourth position again in the Premier League here on the 1st of January. But the exciting thing and the good thing is that we are 2 points away from the top of the table. But the worrying thing, Liverpool down in 6th, only 3 points behind us. So there's opportunity to go crazily up the table, but there's also opportunity to go down and miss out on the Champions League altogether. So top 4 finishes are important. We want to be in there next season if we don't win it this one. A lot on the line, a lot of question marks still to be answered. Let's go and see what we can do in the January transfer window. I was looking at our squad, and always, you guys know that when I feel like we have a shot to win the Champions League title, I'm always like, all right, do we have a good backup goalkeeper? If anything happens to our number 1, who's our number 2? Our number 2 is only 76 rated, so I've gone ahead and plugged that hole, sorted that issue. We've signed Fernando Pacheco from Alaves, £23.5 million for the Spaniard. So just the signing of Pacheco here in this January transfer window. But now we have to take on Borussia Dortmund. I've said it once, I'll say it again. We could honestly shake up the Champions League this season. Our squad's continuing to grow, which is awesome to see. Let's go do it. Let's see what we're made of. All right, the first leg is at home here. A full strength side. That's exactly what we want. Let's just keep a clean sheet. That is priority number 1. A clean sheet here against Borussia Dortmund. It's a 2-1 win. Torreira with an injury. Pepe picking up a brace, but they do get an away goal through Julian Brandt, which is slightly concerning. We have the lead, but if they score in the second leg, we're in big strife. All right, traveling away to the Signal Iduna Park here in front of the yellow wall. I have decided to put Pierre into the starting 11. He's 87 rated. Lacazette's only 86 rated, so I'm like, why not start him in there? Don't know why I had him on the bench to begin with, but if we keep a clean sheet, we go through. We need to score a goal, though, just for comfort's sake, and it's 1-0 to Dortmund. Are you kidding me? That's what I meant about the away goal. Oh, you are kidding me. So we're not going to win it here in Season 2. We've been eliminated on away goals rule. That's why not conceding in the home league is so important. God damn it. So we might have been terrible in the Champions League. I thought we were going to go all the way, but we got eliminated in the damn round of 16. But at least we get another shot next season, as we have finished second in the Premier League this season, 4 points behind City and just ahead of Tottenham and Liverpool. So not the worst second half of the season domestically, but I'm still low-key a bit shattered that we got eliminated in the round of 16. Scrolling down the Premier League table, however, and the relegated sides are the 3 promoted sides, West Brom, Fulham, and Leeds United. Man United did take down Tottenham to win the FA Cup on pens. Liverpool won the Carabao Cup on pens against Man United. Barcelona ended up going on to win the Champions League on penalties against Juventus. What's with all the penalty shootouts this year? I swear, if this went to penalties, okay, it didn't. The Europa League final was won by Man United, 2-1 over Inter Milan. So I'm really happy with the side we're putting together. But that performance in the Champions League was disappointing, that is for sure. I mean, our board expectation was to win the Champions League this season. So hopefully we can go further, if not all the way in Season 3. But let's go see what business we can do. Season 3 is here, and we have kicked off proceedings by signing Mauro Icardi as a new starting striker for us. We've signed him from Valencia, £71.9 million for the Argentine. Very excited to see how himself and Rashford pair up top. I think our starting 11 is perfect, so for me it's about building around it, making sure we have good backups, good reserves. So we've added to the defense there. Michael Keane signing here from Real Sociedad for £28.8 million to be a backup defender for us. And a backup midfielder joining us here, Jeffrey Kondogbia, coming across from Valencia, £35.2 million. Very, very excited to have him as a potential strike piece in our squad this season. So we knew what we needed to do, and we have done it. We have made some big signings. Icardi, Keane, and Kondogbia all into the side. Our side continues to improve. Look at that. Tagliafico, the only player really lagging behind, but I'm excited to see what we can do. Can we get some revenge on last season as well? I certainly hope so, but let's go check out our group here for Season 3. It's the group of death. Ourselves, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Salzburg. Come on, man. If we get out of this group, I'll be feeling confident, but we're going to take down some big sides if we want to get back to the round of 16. Top of the group. Yes! Atletico Madrid eliminated as well. Happy bloody days. We are into the round of 16 again with Bayern Munich. Now the question, who are we versing in the round of 16? We're versing Dortmund again. Let's go. An opportunity for revenge. You absolutely love to see it. Oh, this is working out nicely. And in the Premier League, we're currently top of the table. We've really taken a new step to being a top side here. Currently undefeated, trying to go for the Invincibles 2.0. I don't think it should come as any surprise to anybody that we have done no business here in the January transfer window. I'm just firmly focused on taking down Dortmund, getting our revenge, and moving on with the job. No Pierre on the bench, but it doesn't matter. We've got full strength starting 11. And we've got the away leg first here, so we need to score away goals. Conceding away goals is what ruined us last season. We need to score some. Come on. The scoreline is a 2-1 win. Not the strongest result. In fact, it's the same result we had in the first leg last season, but this time we scored 2 away goals. Torreira and Rashford. Tagliafico with a little knock there as well. Tagliafico injured for the second leg here. Not too bad though, because we have Kieran Tierney, who's 83 rated, only 1 overall less than him now. But let's see if we can finally get our official revenge on Dortmund. We have the 2-1 lead. We have 2 away goals. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners. The scoreline, a 3-1 win. Icardi, Rashford, and Lacazette all getting goals to their names. So we've taken down Borussia Dortmund 5-2 on aggregate. We've taken them down, gotten our revenge, and we're into the quarterfinals. So we have been drawn up against Inter Milan in the Champions League quarterfinals. An interesting opponent. They have a few decent, really decent prospects in their side who have probably grown into a decent level here within the 3 seasons, but I'm very interested to see how we go against them. A bit of a unique matchup. The away leg up first here at the San Siro. We've got Tagliafico back. Let's get some away goals to our name. 3-1. You absolutely love to see it. Rashford, Sane, and Pepe. They get a goal through Fernandez. They've got an alright side. They've got Coutinho, they've got Odegaard, Lukaku, Lamar, Fernandez. It's a decent side, but 3-1 up. That's a strong start. Time for the second leg here. We are up 3-1 on aggregate. Come on. What's the scoreline going to be? Are we through to the semis? We are. That's a comfortable win. No injuries, no suspensions as well, which makes me happy. We have gone through 4-1 on aggregate. 4 teams remain. 3 English, 1 Spanish. We're not the underdog in the fact that we're one of the English teams this time, but we have a massive, massive challenge on our hands. Barcelona in the Champions League semi-finals. I would assume Messi's still around and kicking. There's got to be some big name talent still in this Barcelona squad. And I'm sure, knowing Barcelona in FIFA, they've probably gone and bought the best players as well. So a massive, massive challenge if we want to make the final in Season 3. Here we go, fellas. The first leg is away at the Camp Nou. We grab our passports as we take on Barcelona in the first leg of what I'm going to coin the Thierry Henry derby. But let's see if we can get some away goals on the board. Leg 1, the scoreline is a 2-0 win. Let's go. Rashford and Pepe. A lot of yellow cards though, so I would assume one of those guys is going to be suspended for the second leg. Regardless though, 2 massive away goals, and that is an unexpected advantage. I mean, look how good that Barcelona side looks. Tagliafico suspended for the second leg, but thankfully we have Tierney in that position. Come on, lads. I want a clean result. I want a win. I don't want any injuries or suspensions. Come on, let's book ourselves a spot in the final. 2-1, what's that mean? Wait, we've gone through in extra time. Let's go. It was 2-0 to Barca, and Torreira scores the winner in extra time. Oh dear, that could have been bad. We're through to the Champions League final though, lads. Let's go. We knew it was going to be an all-English affair for the Champions League final, but now we know that we're versing Liverpool in the final. They comfortably dismantled Man United 5-2, so a very, very big matchup, a very tough opponent. Two sides that in real life, contrasting performances. Arsenal struggling, Liverpool absolutely flying at the top of the Premier League. They're the reigning Champions League winners in real life, so we have a big task here. In the Europa League, it is Real Madrid winning 3-0 over Wolfsburg. Something that gives me confidence, however, is that we have won the Premier League title here. 103 points, Centurions almost invincibles, but we've finished 8 points ahead of Liverpool. And as we scroll down the table here, the relegated sides are Aston Villa, Stoke City, and Norwich City. We also took down Liverpool in the FA Cup final 2-1. That's a real confidence booster. But Liverpool did take down Man City to win the Carabao Cup. Now for a look at the squad report here. Crazy that All Black is 94 rated. But again, Arsenal, there was a bit of work to be done. I feel like we've done a pretty good job with the side. A big blow for the final, however, is that we are without our captain, Lucas Torreira. So an opportunity for Guendouzi to come into the starting 11 and line up and kill it for us in the Champions League final. But crazy good squad. Marcus Rashford, Icardi. I am so excited to see how this side plays out on the field. It is Arsenal versus Liverpool in the Champions League final. Believe it or not, Arsenal have never won the Champions League since it was known as the Champions League. So, it's time to break that drought. Let's win the Champions League with the Gunners. Oh, they're fucking... Here we go. Counter-attack. Cancelo up against Auer. Auer's going to go there to Rashford. I see that run from Rashford. He's got the pace. Marcus Rashford fires us into the lead. 20 minutes into the Champions League final. Beautiful build-up play there. He's just way too pacey. This is a sentence you won't hear too often, but he caught Virgil van Dijk on the back foot. A neat finish there, and we have taken the lead 20 minutes into the Champions League final. They're in the attack here. Firmino can't give him space to shoot. Can't allow any good runs to be made. Wijnaldum going there. Auer, thankfully it's straight at Oblak, and it's put away for a throw-in. Firmino up against Jonathan Tah. I've lunged in there. Got to commit. Oh my God, thank God Firmino put that one wide. Honestly, Liverpool have had better field position. We're just in front by that one goal because we were clinical. We do have a corner here on the stroke of half-time. Leroy Sané going to Pepe. Nice skills shown there by the Ivorian, but the shot is straight at Alisson. They're on the attack here, Liverpool. Auer, I'm just jockeying using Guendouzi, needs to stop the passing lanes. They go through there to Fabinho. Jonathan Tah. How have we not stopped that one? That's a save! Firmino gets the follow-up. How have we not stopped that? We had ample opportunity to clear the damn ball. But ultimately, Roberto Firmino is going to equalise here for Liverpool an hour into the game. Like, that opportunity, it's just frustrating. Liverpool continuing to push forward here. Firmino up against Guendouzi. Uh-oh, this ain't good. Firmino, it's tipped over from Oblak. Oh, I'm nervous. Come on, Guendouzi Sliding that one to Sane. Sane times that one brilliantly and goes to Rashford. I see you making that run, Guendouzi. No, we're going to go to Icardi. Icardi wants that pass! Why are you passing that to Pepe like I pushed? That one's sent in. Clear it. No! Oh my god, Chamberlain. Whoa, whoa! How have we pulled that one off? Okay, Sane's pushing through. Brilliant pass. Sane. Rashford. Oh, it's blocked. Rashford hits it. Save from Alisson. Clear it, you pansy. Oh my god, that's a bad clearance as well. Come on. Last opportunity. Let's win it. I don't want this going to extra time. We go. Guendouzi scores it! Oh, in the 92nd minute! Guendouzi's going to win us the Champions League final with a rocket. He's not even meant to be playing. But Matteo Guendouzi has come in and has won us the Champions League final. Look at the space. What are they doing? What? Did you just see Van Dijk? Van Dijk has run away from it. They have parted like the Red Sea. And Guendouzi is going to score us a goal. That is going to win the Champions League final. That is absolutely unbelievable. Oh my god. Surely they don't have time here, Liverpool. They do not. I cannot believe it. We have won it with the last kick of the game. Arsenal are champions of Europe. Lads, if you enjoyed today's rebuild with Arsenal, make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe down below if you're new around here. Enjoy these title celebrations. Savor them. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace. Oh my god.